Hi everyone, FB here to bring you a cast of the ESL Stadium Nations Challenge 2015 group stage match between Austria and the Baltics. This is Playday 2 of Group B, where the top two teams will advance to the playoffs. Yesterday, France won their Playday 2 match against Portugal with a score of 21-2, and also Sweden won their match against Hungary with a score of 19-10. France are topping the group by having a better score difference than Sweden. Portugal is at third place ahead of Austria and the Baltics, who are going to play their second match now, and at the bottom is Hungary with 2 losses so far. As for the format, for those who don't know, the matches are played in 3 sub-matches, 1 tech map, 1 dirt map and 1 speed map. It's played in a 4 vs 4 format on all 3 maps and always to 7. For this tournament though, it doesn't matter how many maps you win, instead every round counts as a point, and whoever got the most combined points after the 3 maps have been played will be the winner. And I believe we'll have one more warm-up before we start. The first map will be the tech one. It's called Fandango and is made by Pain, and the world record here is by a Seric 58.068. And these two teams, in their first playday, Austria played against Sweden and lost with a 19-13 score, a pretty close match. And then the Baltics were able to win 7 points against France, who did win the match with a 21-7 score. So yeah, we'll see how this match will go. I think Austria do have a stronger tech team on paper. Pessy, Sammy, Speedy and Poker is going to drive here. And Poker wasn't driving against Sweden, so maybe if he did, Austria could have won that match, because Poker is definitely one of the best tech players in the world. And for the Baltics, which of course is Lithuania, Estonia and Latvia, we got Etu, Kulvi, Cyber, Score and Bit driving. Not a bad tech team either, but Austria definitely the favorites. And that should be the end of the warm-ups, so I believe we are starting now. Good luck, have fun. And I'll keep track of the scores as we go along here, but if I do miss a round, just let me know in the chat so I can correct it. And once a team has reached 13 points, that team will get at least a draw, and if they win 14 points they have won the match and will get 3 points. But here we go into the first round, following Pezzi for Austria. Old school player, has been around for a long time. It's been very successful in offline events. Gets a decent start here. Poker had to go down in speed a bit, but will keep a pretty decent position. Pessy can go up in the lead here together with his teammate Sammy. And it's Cyber Score who is right now at 8th place. Poker is at 4th. Kulvi goes up to 3rd place. We see Bits and Cyber Score at 7th and 8th place. And it's top 3 for Austria, who are on their way to win the first round. But Sammy will end up hitting the wall, as we do experience a bit of lag as well here. Here's Speedy at 5th place. It's still in advantage for Austria, with Pessy keeping 1st place. Poker goes up to 2nd ahead of Etu and Kulvi. And that's gonna make it a red point. Pessy wins with a time of 58.87 ahead of Poker with 59.20. And here is CS, or Cyber Score, taking the 8th position. Starting the second round. As we see here, some players go for the shorter route. It's a bit more difficult though. However, if you can do the Neo Drift consistently, I think that makes it significantly easier, as we did see a player from the Baltics crashing. It was Cyber Score, who will have a slow start once again. In the top, it's Poker, who goes up to 1st place. Sammy at 2nd. Then we got Etu, Pessy, Bits, Kulvi and Speedy following. Poker keeping this first place with a small margin, and I believe Etu ended up crashing over the blue floor. Yes, he is out. Coming up to the ending, it's Poker and Sammy taking top 2 for Austria, and with that securing another point. 58.76 by Sammy and 0.78 by Poker. And yeah, this is gonna be tough for the Baltics to win this tech map, but if they can get a couple of points here, then I think they should be pretty satisfied with that. And then who knows, they might be stronger on dirt and speed. Again, they did win 7 points against France, which I think is pretty noteworthy. And I have a feeling those points mostly came on the dirt and speed maps, because France also got a very strong tech team. Alright, we're pretty deep into the third round. This time it's Sammy in the lead, but Pessi and Poker not far behind. Speedy is the only one who is trailing a bit for Team Austria. He's at 5th place though, ahead of Bits, Kulvi and CS. So this is looking like another red point. Oh, and no drift from Speedy, but he recovered a bit, so he didn't hit the wall at least. Will allow Bits to pass him, who goes down in speed a bit. Pessi will go down in even more speed. Speedy will pass them both and go up to 5th place, I believe. Poker and Sammy will take 1st and 2nd. Etu at 3rd. Speedy took 4th. Ahead of Bits at 5th. Pessi at 6th. CS at 7th. And Kulvi will retire the round. So it's another point here for Austria, Poker and Sammy with times under 59 seconds. Let's take a look at the team scores. We see that Poker got 22 points, ahead of Sammy with 17, Pessi with 15, Speedy with 14, Etu with 13, Kulvi with 11, Bits with 10 and CS with 5. Great start here from Bits. Can take the lead. Oh, but then gets a small bump, which will allow Poker to pass him. Speedy currently at last place, only 56 hundredths between all 8 players, but not anymore. Pessi will go down and so will Etu, and Etu is outside of the track. Respawn is not allowed. So he's gonna see another player from the Baltics retiring. Poker and Sammy 1st and 2nd place, followed by Kulvi and Bits. But unless something happens here in the end, this will be another red point. And Poker will win 58.57, fastest time so far. 3 blue players following Poker and Sammy, but they would have needed Etu up there as well to get the draw, and that's not going to be the case. So Austria wins their 4th round in a row, as I remember that I haven't updated the scores at all. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's funny how I said that you should remind me to add the scores, and then I don't even remember in the start. Anyways, now I should remember. Who was that? It was, well, Speedy crashed, but someone else also crashed. It was Bits for the Baltics. So we got 2 players down in the start. Pessi has dropped down a bit as well. And in the lead is right now Kulvi. See if you can keep that 1st place, and maybe the Baltics could win at least 1 point in this tech map. Poker getting closer. Eager to pass Kulvi, and he will. Oh, Poker hit the checkpoint there. We'll have to turn around as well. Disastrous there for Poker. So he's gonna go down to 8th place. Will this be it for the Baltics? Kulvi will take 1st place ahead of Sammy. No, Etu goes up to 2nd, and this will definitely be a point for the Baltics. The Baltics get on the scoreboard. Poker with a decisive crash in the end. And that puts the score at 1-4. So the Baltics finally getting a point. I think they should be pretty happy with that. See if they can get any more points. As we did see Pessi crashing in the start. Puts him 2 seconds behind the rest. Speedy has also fallen down for Austria. This could be another point for the Baltics. Calvi with the lead. He's driving great right now. See if he can win his second round in a row. Poker and Sammy second and third place, but then Etu and Bits will follow. Oh, and Poker with the no drift. Etu and Bits goes up to second and third place. The Baltics gonna win another point here on the tech map. Oh, that's a huge no drift for Etu, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Colby first, Bits second, and then Cyberscore is ahead of Pessy, which means this will be a blue point. So Austria may be losing a bit of focus here. Making a couple of mistakes in the start especially. And for this format it's so important that you keep your focus for each round, since each round is worth a point. And now we see Calvi and Etu crashing in the start for the Baltics. Speedy and Bits have also fallen down a bit. And it's Pessy and Poker first and second, followed by Cyberscore at third place. And Pessy and Poker with Norwegian and Polish skins. They are red, but it's not the Austrian skin. For those who don't know, you get assigned a random nation skin in Mania Planet if their normal skin isn't loading. Pessy will win it. 58.95, Poker 59.06, ahead of Bits and Cyberscore at third and fourth. Then we have Speedy and Sammy ahead of Colby and Etu, and that's gonna put the score at 2-5. And again, playing to 7. Oh! Big crash from Pessy in the first corner. Second time he's having trouble with the start. Poker with a solid lead, almost hit the ceiling of that checkpoint. He's driving on the edge. Bits will crash here. Speedy and Sammy can pass him, but then Poker suddenly falls down from his first position, and this opens it up for the Baltics to win their third point. But then Calvi and Bits simultaneously get the slowdown over the platform, had their wheels outside of the road, and that's gonna give Poker a opportunity to pass them. And now, oh, Kulvi with another crash there. Speedy keeping first place ahead of Sammy. Could have been a blue point, but now it seems like it's gonna be another red one. Sammy able to stay in front of Etu, 59.23. And Austria now at map point at 2-6. Taking another look at the team scores, Poker, as suspected, is in the lead with 49 points. Sammy at 43, Calvi at 37, Bits at 35, Speedy also at 35, Pessy at 34, Etu at 29, and CS at 24. Bits now clipping the wall, but it seems like Poker has crashed in the start, and that's never a good sign for Austria. We'll see what the Baltics can do out of it. Oh, that was CS, yes. Takes over last place. Sammy in the lead ahead of Speedy, Etu, Pessy and Colby. See if Sammy and Speedy can keep first and second, then it will for sure be the end of this first tech map. Or this first map rather, which is a tech map. And here comes the last jump. Sammy wins it ahead of Speedy. Pessy will take fourth. Poker will take sixth. And that's gonna be it. Austria wins the tech map with a score of 2-7. So just gonna add the score here. There we go. But yeah, I think the Baltics should be pretty happy with 2 points here on the tech map, because on paper Austria definitely had a stronger team. And I was kind of assuming they would not lose a single round, to be honest, so the Baltics winning 2 points I think is good for them. And now we are moving on to the speed map, although maybe not, because the Baltics want to go to the dirt map first. We'll see if Austria will agree on that. Alright, they will. So the next map will be the dirt map. It's called the Cougar and it's made by Makonnen. The world record here is 53.811 by Yoshi. And against Sweden, Austria were pretty good on the speed map, if I remember correctly, but then got pretty dominated on the dirt map. We see the lineups here starting to be established. First we'll have a couple of warm-up rounds. And it seems like Poker and Speedy will play this map for Austria. You don't often see players driving more than one style, to be honest. It's pretty rare. So we'll see what they can do on this map. Venik is driving for the Baltics, and he's driving for DDR as well, which is a famous dirt team and a good dirt team as well. So I think that is a great addition for the Baltics. And then they also have Kickers, who also plays for DDR, it seems. So those two might be an important factor here for the Baltics. Okay, Austrian lineup seems to be ready. It's gonna be Poker, Speedy, Orso, and Bomba. And the Baltics still got 5 players. Yeah, it seems like the Baltics are pretty happy with 2 points on the tech map. And as the players are doing some warm-ups, let's take a look at the Dedimania, the top 30 online times. We see that the fastest time online is by Beppino, 53.96. I think I incorrectly said he plays for Italy, but actually he's from France, of course. Then we have Venik at top 4, 54.20. That's a great time. So he might end up dominating this match, because he is in fact the only player in the Dedi. No one else has reached the top 30. And okay, we're gonna do one more warm-up. And someone brings up Sand in the chat, and yeah, I think they told me before the match started that they did ask Sand if he wanted to play for Team Baltics, since he is from Estonia, but apparently he declined. But yeah, that would have been a great addition for Team Baltics. Sand, one of the best tech players. And I want to say one of the best overall Trackmania players in the history of competitive Trackmania. Also really good in the United environments. Has won several Giant Cups, as well as other tournaments, of course. Also very successful in My Race. He's been on the podium the most amount of times out of anyone in that, but not participating in this. I'm not sure if he plays in CPS 15 either. Used to play for VSP in the past. Okay, that's gonna be the end of the warm-up, so we are continuing this... oh, no, I guess we're not. Or at least I'm not. Where is the server? Here it is. What is the password? See here. Hopefully it was just me and not the whole server. Seems like it was just me, so I'm back now. And I think we might be live. Yes, I think we are live now. So maybe they ended that round. Alright, so here we go. The second map of the ESL Stadium Nations Challenge 2015 group stage match between the Baltics and Austria. Austria won the tech map with a score of 7-2, and that is consequently also the current score. Venik takes the lead for the Baltics. Drives for DDR, and then Poker at second. Bits Kickers at third and fourth place for the Baltics. Speedy then follows, but he is quite far behind the top 4 players. Top 3 now for the Baltics. Poker drops down to 4th place. Not so used to playing on dirt. Dirt, of course, really important that you have control over your gearbox, which is easier said than done. Venik will win it. 54.77, Kickers 0.99, and Bits 55.11. And so the scores will carry over now. 3-7 in total. Beginning the second map. Or the second round. Poker will take the lead. Let's see if we can keep it all the way to the end. Venik with a good turn will end up passing him. Speedy at 3rd place. Here is Orso. Can get ahead of Kickers. Venik still ahead of Poker. Speedy though now at 3rd place. Bomba at 4th. So Austria might win this next one. And Venik ends up crashing in the end. That's gonna make it a top 3 for Austria. Poker about to win the round with a time of 54.99. Speedy 55.26 and Bomba 55.30. And this is the second map, which is dirt. The first one was tech, and the third and last one will be the full speed track. Invasion. Oh, and that was a blue player crashing in the start. It was Venik. And also Kickers, the 2 DDR players, falling down here in the start. But so does Poker. And Orso for Austria. Oh, as Venik goes too wide and Orso ends up hitting the wall. This dirt map seems pretty hard, to be honest, because also yesterday when Sweden played their match, we saw a lot of crashes and mistakes. And that seems to be the case in this match as well. Poker hits the wall again, but somehow builds up good speed anyway and can pass Kickers. Bits in the lead right now, Speedy at second. And then it's a close battle between Venik and Bomba. Poker ends up crashing. And I believe this will be a blue point. Bits wins it 55.55 ahead of Venik with 0.65. And yes, that will be another point for the Baltics. Venik right now with the most amount of points in the team scores with 20. And then we have Kickers at 16, Bits at 15, Poker at 15, Speedy at 14, Bomba at 14, Space at 9, and Orso with 5 points. Into the 4th round, following Speedy for Austria is behind Poker, who's leading. It's a close pack of players. Oh, did Poker end up crashing? Yes. Or yes, he did. He is down in the rankings. Bits takes over the lead ahead of Speedy. Oh, who ends up crashing in the uphill. Thing about these corners here is that you want to go as wide as possible and as close to the wall as possible. And that's why you often see the players crashing in those turns. And this is definitely going to be a blue point. Top 3 with Bits winning. ahead of Venik and Kiekers. The Baltics now in the lead with 3-1, and they are closing in the total scores. 5-8 now. And also not being playing so good so far. See if you can step it up here for Austria. We'll get a slow start in the 5th round. Then we also have Space and Bits, who ends up crashing. In the top, Venik is leading with quite a lot, but he's ahead of 3 red players, led by Poker. Also includes Bomba and Speedy, who will end up passing Poker. But this might be a red point now. Venik will take first place, but it's not going to matter. Here comes Kiekers, so with good speed. Can he pass Poker? No, it doesn't look like it. Poker will stay in front, and that will make it a red point. Venik and Kiekers with the most amount of points here for the Baltics, but Space and Bits not doing as well. And of course, well, I know Bits is primarily a tech player, not sure about Orso. Kiekers and Venik though plays for DDR, which is a dirt team, so they should be pretty practiced on this map. Venik, of course, also top 4 in the Dedi. And he takes the lead here in the next round. Oh, Poker goes too close to the wall, and Venik apparently also went too close to the wall. Kiekers now alone in the top, and Space has retired for the Baltics as we see Speedy crashing. It's all over the place in this round. Orso also ends up crashing. Venik can go up to 3rd place. Bomba now passing Kiekers in the top. And he is in the lead, but will it matter though? Kiekers and Venik will take 2nd and 3rd place here. Followed by Poker and Orso, and Speedy ahead of Bits. That's gonna make it a red point. (15-20) round score. And it's all tied up now on the dirt map. It's much closer on this one compared to the tech map. Oh, yep, Speedy. Oh, actually, Speedy did not end up losing that much speed. I thought for sure that he hit the wall, but no, seems like he didn't. We'll go down in the rankings though, and here comes Kiekers, building up good speed over the stretch. Can go up to 4th place. Poker with low speed, and he drops down to 4th place now. Top 3 for the Baltics, with Venik in the lead. Kiekers now passing him. Bits is also up there. Poker, Speedy and Bomba still in it, but Speedy ends up crashing. Bits and Venik 1st and 2nd place. Poker and Bomba has passed Kiekers. Oh, but that's a bad turn from Poker. Kiekers with a lot more speed. Can he pass Bomba as well? To take 3rd place. Yes, he will, with 100 of a second. And that's a strong performance from the Baltics, who are back in the lead on the dirt map. 6-10 now in total. And as I mentioned before, if you get 13 points, then you will at least get the draw. If you get 14 points, that means that you have won the match. So Austria are pretty close to winning here. If they win the dirt map, then they will also win the match. As we see Venik taking 1st place ahead of Bits. Lots of red players have fallen down in the start. Kiekers ahead of Bomba, Speedy and Orso now. I think Bomba might have gotten a landing bug. And this is looking promising for the Baltics again. Can take a 2-point lead on the dirt map. Poker does what he can, but he's too far behind Venik and Bits, who will secure a point for the Baltics. 54.73, good time there from Venik. And now there's only 3 points between the two teams. Venik now up to 58 points. And I believe he also got the fastest time with 54.63. Kickers at second with 44. Bomba at third with 41. Then we got Bits at fourth with 40. Poker at fifth with 39. Speedy with 29 as well. Orso with 19 and Space with 17. As we go live into the next round, is Venik in the lead. Kickers at second for a moment at least. Not the best turn from him there. Speedy and Poker second and third place. Trying to get as many points as they can on the dirt map. Venik still keeping that first play. Poker losing all his speed in the end again. And I think this will be a blue point. Venik another solid time, 54.72, and yes, this will be a blue point. 6-3 now and 8-10 in total. Oh, apparently I'm completely wrong about the points, so just ignore me about that. We'll see what the score will be in the end. Bad start here for Orso. This might be the last round. Bits crashes. That will give Austria a chance. Another good start for Venik. Speedy and Poker second and third place. Great turn there from Speedy, but not a great turn from Poker. Kickers can pass him and go up to second place as well. The two DDR players for the Baltics continue to dominate, and Speedy losing his speed as well. I think this might be it. Space is in front of both Bomba and Orso, and this will be it. Yes, the Baltics wins the dirt map, and that's gonna make it now a 9-10 score in total. It's all going to be decided on the speed map. And I need to add the scores here as well. 7-3. Alright, so moving on to the speed map, which is going to be Invasion. The author is 7 and the world record is 47.837 by Kid. And I had a feeling this could be a close match, to be honest. Austria looked very strong on the tech map, but then the Baltics did win 7 rounds against France, which I think is quite noteworthy. So we'll see how this speed map will go. To be honest, I have no idea who's going to win it at this point. The lineups seems to be ready already. It's going to be Speedy, Fox, Rachel and Stoneham for Austria. And for the Baltics, it's going to be Space, K, Kemsura, Bits and Shadow. So Bits is going to play all 3 maps for the Baltics. And we'll have a couple of warm-ups rounds, as always. On the full speed tracks, you always see more people retiring than usual. Because if you make a mistake on this kind of track, then you often cannot finish the track. You also see the players making drifts through the turns. It's called the speed drift. And that will make you go a bit faster, so see the players attempting it in pretty much every corner. And Austria were pretty good against Sweden on the speed map. Fox won several rounds, defeated Rocks and Platten, arguably the fastest speed players for Sweden, so yeah, we'll see. At this point, it's anyone's match to win. And now Atomic is also in the lineup for the Baltics, so maybe he is playing. And apparently he's pretty good. Shadow and Kekem Sura part of AR, which apparently is a speed team. And Bits, of course, is the all-rounder. So yeah, I don't think Baltics got a bad lineup here compared to Austria, so I think it could be a pretty exciting finish to this match, as Austria asked for one more warm-up. When it comes to the nation with the best speed lineup, though, it's probably Germany. They were outstanding last year. And then as second place would be France, I think. And after that, it feels like it's a big gap down to whichever is the third best. I think maybe Sweden could have the third best full speed team. Rocks and Pluton are pretty good. But yeah, it's high up to Germany and France. Actually, the Netherlands kind of have a good full speed team too, I think. But that's gonna be the end of the warm-up, so let's find out who will be the winner of this ESL Stadium Nations Challenge 2015 group stage match between the Baltics and Austria. Austria won the tech map with a score of 2-7, and then the Baltics won the dirt map with a score of 7-3, putting the total score at 9-10. And basically whoever wins this speed map will be the winner of the match as well. It could end in a draw as well, so we'll see what will happen. And here we go, live into the first round, following Shadow for the Baltics, as he takes the lead. Great start by Shadow. Kekem Sura goes down to 8th place. But only 1600s between all players. Here comes Atomic with good speed. Top 2 right now for the Baltics. Oh! Almost a huge crash there from Shadow. But he continues driving. Fox will pass him though, and Fox getting very close to Atomic. This is going to be a blue point though. Speedy, Stoneham and Rachel have all retired. So the Baltics wins the first point, and now it's all tied up at 10-10. Fox with a good time there. Low 48, I think that is pretty good consistently. As we go live into the second round. Let's see if Fox's teammate can help him out this time. Never going to win a round where 3 out of 4 players retire. Atomic takes the lead for Baltics, ahead of Fox, Rachel, and then Shadow. Speedy has already retired for Austria, and that was a player who crashed. It was Bits for the Baltics. So we got one from each country retiring. Atomic still keeping that first place. Fox, Stoneham and Rachel could still make this a point for Austria. But if Shadow has a good ending here, this might change. Here comes Shadow, and he will pass Fox and Stoneham in the end and take second place. And that will translate it into a blue point. Great finish there from Shadow. As we go live into the third round, and yes, I do know I'm mispronouncing most names. It's almost impossible to know exactly how they are supposed to be pronounced, but try my best. Atomic with another great start here for the Baltics. Seems to be very good on this map. Shadow, second place. No player have retired yet, although Rachel is kind of far behind the others. Bits and KKM Sura ahead of Stoneham and Rachel, so this will be a blue point as we close in on the finish. Shadow wins this time, 48.29 ahead of Atomic with 0.34. And so far the Baltics are dominating this full speed track. Austria needs to step it up before it's too late. But yeah, if Atomic continues to play so well, then I think it's going to be very difficult for Austria to win this match. Once again, it's Atomic with the best start. Speedy at second place though, and then we got Fox and Rachel at second, third and fourth place. So this might actually be Austria's first point. Not much left of the track, and it seems like Bits has retired and also Shadow, so this will definitely be a red point despite Atomic winning, making it a 1 point difference. Fox now with 26 points, still behind Atomic. Slow start there for Bits. He's at 8th place. Of course, Atomic is at first place. This time he got Shadow behind him. As we see Speedy stumbling a bit, keeping 4th place though. Rachel will pass him, but Bits has retired now, so this might be another red point, despite Atomic and Shadow taking 1st and 2nd place. KKM Sura ahead of Stoneham though. No, not anymore. He retires as well in the end, and Austria wins their 2nd point. 12-12. And Austria is back in the match now. We're behind with 3-0 on the speed track, but now have won 2 points in a row, so they could still win this match. As we are live into the 6th round, it's Atomic in the lead ahead of Speedy at 2nd, Rachel at 3rd. Then it's Shadow and KKM Sura. This would make it a blue point, unless we see some changes in the end. Stoneham will end up passing KKM Sura in the end. Will that make a difference? No. Baltics wins again and are back in the lead. Atomic now up to 46 points. No one is close to him. Fuchs is at 33, Shadow at 29, KKM Sura at 20, Rachel at 20, Speedy at 20, Stoneham at 17, and Baltics, at Bits with 11 points. And Atomic also with the fastest time, 48.22. So he is a big factor in why the Baltics are in the lead, but only with 1 point. He needs to continue playing great. Bits is once again at last place. At this point, he just needs to focus on finishing the round so he gets some points at least. Atomic looks like he's gonna win another round. And then Fuchs will stay in front of Shadow. Will that make a difference? Yes, this is a red point. Kei Sura falls down to 7th place. 13-13 and 4-3 on the full speed track. Not that many rounds left to be played. Following Kei Sura does not get a good start. Shadow and Atomic first and second place. Bits now a bit more high up in the rankings as Kei Sura will end up crashing. Not gonna be able to finish this one. See if Austria can take advantage of that. Fox goes up to 2nd place. Atomic still in the lead. Shadow needs to try and take 2nd place. Fox getting closer to Atomic, but he's not gonna catch up completely. Shadow will have to take 3rd place. Kei Sura has fallen down. Will not be able to finish, and will Bits? Yes, he will, but it's not gonna matter. It is a red point. Austria back in the lead now, 14-13. And 4-4 on the track. Both teams 3 points away from winning the map. And once again, it's Atomic and Shadow getting the best start. Bits and Kei Sura though at 7th and 8th place. Right now it is a draw. Speedy, Stone and Rachel and Fuchs in the middle. And it looks like this might be a draw actually. Atomic wins 48.17 ahead of Shadow with .34, and yes, this will be a draw. First draw of the match actually. No time to waste. We are jumping straight into the next round, the 10th one in total. And as usual, we see Shadow and Atomic 1st and 2nd place, but if Kei Sura and Bits cannot defeat any of the Austrian players, then it's not gonna matter. Kei Sura is behind already, and Bits almost went too wide, I believe, but he is still driving at least. However, all Austrian players are in front. Will we see the 2nd draw in a row here? It looks like that might be the case actually, as Shadow and Atomic will take 1st and 2nd again. And no, Bits has retired. Bits retires in the end, and that will not make it a draw. Instead, it is a point for Austria, who now got a 2-point lead here. 13-15. The Baltics needs to start winning the rounds again. They had the lead with 3-0 in the start of this track, but Austria has gone into the match much more as we've continued to play it. Atomic and Shadow 1st and 2nd place. Kei Sura has already retired. And where is Bits? He is far behind. But he is ahead of Speedy though. He is ahead, but not anymore. Speedy will pass. And I think this is going to make it a red point. Unless we see any mistakes in the end. Atomic and Shadow do what they can. 1st and 2nd place. Oh, it's a draw! Speedy retires! Speedy retires the round, and the score will stay the same. Wow, Austria had that one in the bag. And the Baltics got a bit lucky. But yeah, if Keikamsura and the Bits cannot play better here, then it feels like Austria will take it. Keikamsura is already far behind Stoneham though, with not a great start here for Austria. Bits is in front of him right now. But at the same time, Atomic is not at first place. He's down to 4th now. Speedy and Fuchs are ahead of him. Shadow keeping first place for the Baltics, but this will be a red point. Bits now falling down to 8th place as well. Austria will win another point. Shadow wins 48.22, but Fuchs, Speedy, Rachel and Stoneham make this a red point. And it's now 13-16. And yeah, Baltics need to win 3 rounds in a row now, and that would give them the draw at 16-16. So that they can no longer win the match, they can only get the draw. So we'll see if they can do it or if Austria will close it out. Shadow and Atomic first and second place in the start as always. And then as always Bits and Keikamsura 7th and 8th. But that was a red player. It was Rachel. Rachel dropping down for Austria. Can we still see the draw in this match? Oh, here comes Fuchs with good speed. Goes up to 2nd place. Still is a blue point though. Shadow struggling to keep his 3rd place. Oh, so close to the wall, but he will stay in front of Speedy with just 200s, and that's, I think, will be a blue point. Rachel falls out of the track, and the Baltics are still in it. 14-16 now. And again, if they win these last 2 rounds, they will get the draw at least. Following Shadow. Goes up to 1st place. Where is Atomic though? Oh, he's at 2nd. Then Bit seems to be in front of Rachel. Keikamsura is at 8th place. Oh, did Bits fall out of the track? I think he did, yes! Bits is out, this might be it now for Austria. They still got all 4 players driving and Keikamsura is at... No, Speedy retires! Speedy will retire and Atomic and Shadow will take 1st and 2nd. I think this will be a blue point. Yes, it will! Speedy retiring, making this a point for the Baltics. And it's 15-16, 6-6. Last round will decide it. Either Austria wins or we will see the draw. Here we go. Potentially the last round unless it is a draw. Oh, what? What? Oh, okay, they restarted the round. I don't know why, but... Alright, here we go. Now we are live. Last round potentially. Following Fuchs for Austria, who got 82 points, the most out of any Austrian player. Atomic and Shadow though, with the most, 106 and 84 points. And it's Atomic who takes the lead. Shadow together with Stoneham, Speedy and Fuchs. And Rachel has had a slow start. Yes, Rachel is at 8th place. Keikamsura and Bits both in front of him. Atomic still keeping that 1st place. A huge lead, but where is Shadow now? Shadow is at 4th place. Stoneham and Fuchs is ahead, but Fuchs with a massive crash. And that is going to be it. I think we will see a blue point here. Atomic wins ahead of Stoneham, Shadow, Speedy, Bits, Keikamsura and Rachel. Fuchs will retire. And that will make it a blue point. 16-16 will be the end result. What a close match. So just to summarize the result here. Just gonna add it as well. There we go. So Austria won the tech map 2-7. And then the Baltics won the dirt map with a score of 2-7. No, wait, Austria won the tech map 2-7, and then the Baltics won the dirt map with 7-3 and also the speed map with a score of 7-6, and I am completely failing these scores right now. It's really not my day, it seems. There we go. Okay, now it's finally correct. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this match. Both teams will get 1 point each. And it continues to be pretty close in Group B, to be honest, and I'm sure we're going to see many other close matches in the future. Sweden will play against Portugal next Sunday. I will be casting that one. And who knows, maybe I'll cast some other Stadium Nations Challenge matches as well. But for now, that's gonna be it. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya!